his pace, and today we are going to be reading The Little Boy Who Lost His Name by David Kadji, new by Pedro Scrapicus. One day, a little boy awoke, sat up and rubbed his eyes, looked over at his bedroom door, and got a big surprise. His name, which had stuck there, had vanished, flown away. What exactly am I called? He wondered in dismay. His name's off the window of his door. He searched inside his closet. He peered in all his drawers. He had a look beneath his bed, crouched down on all the fours. What's this? A magic rainbow trail. It wasn't there before. Could that be where his name had gone? And did he dare to explore? The boy crept down the winding trail, looking all around, surrounded by fantastic sights, astonished and spellbound. But finding a lost name is hard, and takes great bravery. How would the little boy get on? Let's turn the page and see. The little boy walked on hour after hour until he saw atop a hill a rather splendid tower. Inside he found a princess who was looking really grumpy. It's this dreadful bed, she cried. It's just so very lumpy. Who might you be? She demanded, sounding rather cross. I don't know, the boy stammered. My name, you see, it's lost. Pa, the princess said. Your name? You think you've got it bad? If I don't get my beauty sleep, I'll go completely mad. There's no need, the boy replied, to be down in the dumps. He reached beneath the royal bed to feel for any lumps. Aha, he shouted, found it, and tug a knobby letter. This P was in the middle. Now you see, you'll sleep a whole lot better. The princess shrieked in happiness and kissed him on the nose. Keep the beastly thing and scoot, undo a royal doze. The little boy walked on and on, here, there, and round about, and came across an animal with a tremendous snout. Hello there, said the little boy. What animal are you? I'm an aardvark, said the beast. Good morning, how do you do? Not so good, the boy replied. You see, I've lost my name. Goodness me, the aardvark cried. Now there's a dreadful shame. The aardvark rooted busily. I need to find some lunch, and if you're hungry too, then I've got some tasty ants to munch. Ants, the boy said, horrified. No, really, not for me, and sat down quiet, as gloomy as a little boy could be. Lost your name, the aardvark snuffled. Well, now that won't do. You must not give up yet, though, and just sit there feeling blue. Aardvark starts with 2 A's. I can surely spare you one. I'm sure you'll come across your name before the day is done. The little boy had walked for miles and sat down on a rock. "Ouch!" it cried, "you're squashing me!" Which gave him quite a shock. The boy jumped and saw below a creature now turned green. "It's a chameleon, and sitting on me is mean." "Sorry," said the boy, "but you were gray not long ago. In fact, you looked like a rock." "So how was I to know?" "Aha!" the creature proudly cried. "Now that's my clever trick. Red, blue, gray, or yellow, I change color in a tick." You're lucky," said the little boy. "I love to say the same. You can be just what you like, but I don't have a name." "You haven't got a name," it said. Good golly, that's a blow. But maybe I can help you out before you have to go. My name is Chameleon, which starts with the letter C. Take it with you, please. You see, the color's just not me." The little boy went on his way up, down, and round, completely lost but happy with the letters that he'd found. He smiled and he remembered the great characters he's met and wondered how much crazier this escape could get. The sun was warm, the sky was blue, and he fancied a rest. And so he stretched out on the grass and dove back on his quest. His journey had been fun so far, and it hardly been scared. And he'd hardly been scared. He'd done things that most other boys never would have dared. But still, he'd be much happier once he found his name. So he found his name, so he got up, squared his shoulders, and set off once again. The boy met a colossal beast with an immense behind, who cried, "You've lost your name? Oh dear, that is an awful bind." "I'm the animal," she said, "that never forgets never. I'm called an elephant. Hang on, an elepheather." She frowned and sniffed and settled down onto her vast gray bottom, then sighed deeply in sobs and said, "You know, I've clean forgotten." Now, the boy said kindly, "there's no need to feel so sore. That trunk, those tusks, those big ears, you're an elephant for sure." "An elephant," the creature cried. "Oh, how could I forget?" And she sprayed water happily, making the boy quite wet. "But oh my goodness, you still don't remember what you're called." And what with a pen held in her trunk, she very quickly scrawled, "Here, an E for elephant. It might just help you out. Keep it safe. You'll find your name out of that, I have no doubt." The little boy turned around and headed back the way he'd come, past all the wondrous things he'd seen and all the things he'd done. The magic trail was waiting, and he'd followed where it led, back to where his journey started underneath his bed. Yippee! He cried out happily. No searching anymore. The letters he'd been given. Can you guess what they stood for? He felt so tired and weary, and yet also full of joy. What a quite amazingly courageous little boy called Pace. Bye guys, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye!